All right, I should be. You guys should be able to hear me, right? I did not understand if the stream was public or not. Apparently, I did not either. I thought for sure I had set it up to be a members only stream. But then I was looking at the number of people watching, and I was like, I don't think I have this much members, and they wouldn't be all watching at the same time, right? You guys hear me? Cool. Oh my gosh! Hi everyone! Hey, 23, Paulo, Durwood, a watercolorist, and Jinja! Hello! So yeah, that's always sort of my situation with the members only stream, is that there's not a lot of members. It's fun, but it's also fun when there's a few people in chat, so I'm kind of stuck between a a rock and a hard place. Not Saturday yet. Soon. Hi, Namisao. I don't think it's an issue. But yeah, so far there's no members in chat anyway, so practicing some painting, so I might be quiet today. That's fair. No problem. I have a bunch of old tubes. And what I did yesterday is I kind of cleaned them. So I soaked the closed tubes, and then with an old toothbrush, I scrubbed off all the old dry paint on them. So yeah, I have this big bin of all sorts of old tubes, and I have a few others here. These are not exactly secondhand. They're what one would call new old stock, I guess. No, I say that, but that's definitely been used. Okay, make me lie. Right? Anyway, Tuesdays, Thursdays. I think we're Thursday, right? You had me at swatching and vintage secondhand tubes. I look at Make and Mend. What is Make and Mend? Is that the sort of secondhand supply store that has really good prices? I'm quite jealous of that store. It is a substantial collection amassed over multiple years. A lot of these are not even special, they're just the older tubes. I'm just looking to see if I have any special colors in here, but I don't think so. Yeah, these are all pretty standard. I think these are my special old Winsor Newton. Hello, Mary. Hi. Not me always mixing up Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah, I know. So here I have, well, I mean, New Gamboge is not particularly special. I have Gamboge and New Gamboge. I have Aurora Yellow. I know this one is more unique than Purple Lake. I think this is Rose Cartham. No pigment info, so you know it's a somewhat old tube, and then Scarlet Vermilion and Purple Lake. So, yeah. My favorite Winsor Newton is Caput Mortuum Violet. It is a beautiful color. I don't think I have it, but I've been on the fence about getting it quite a few times. It's just, Winsor Newton is so expensive. So yeah, I have a bunch here. There's a bundle that I received this week, but it's not just that. There's quite a few that are hand-me-downs. There's quite a few that I grabbed. I'm hold on. I'm fritzing for a moment because I'm missing some of them. But like, give me a sec. My brain cannot follow more than one thought at once. I need to figure out where I put my old Cutman. I'm sorry. Don't think I know where they are. Well, I can find them. It's not bother me, but I can't find them. I have older Cutman tubes where it's actually like genuine Viridian and genuine cadmium, but I put them somewhere and I can send you a .rpan if you'd like. Oh, yeah, when our postal service is back on, I would love that. Do you have any vintage Winsor Newton paints such as... I don't have Queen Gold from Winsor Newton or Alizarin Violet, unfortunately. I have a tube still of genuine Queen Gold and PY 153 Gamboge from Daniel Smith, but not from Winsor Newton. And the issue with the... Sorry, I'm winded just from looking at stuff. I'm top shape, guys. These, they don't have the pigment info on them, so go figure. So yeah, I have this old tube of Lucas in my Cutman. It's gonna bother me so much because I have other Cutman here, and you have to put all the similar things together, you know. And I can't because my brain is Swiss cheese and I don't remember where I put the freaking Cutman tubes. Grumble, 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 grumble. Am I somewhat on screen? Somewhat. Right over here. Okay. Need to calm down. Yeah, the boxes are really nice, aren't they? So yeah, I grabbed a bundle of all sorts of things. There's some of these in here that are just hand-me-down from my family. My brain just stopped working. Yeah, I have a few that I got as lots from eBay. I know that there's a few that I got as... that was funny. It was a listing where they were listing a bunch of old paints and busted up brushes as decor. And I saw that and I was like, wait, hold on. Old Winsor Newton paints that might be dried up, but watercolor paint. So I know I'll be able to re-wet them. And they're listed as decor. Okay. And the price was, you know, decent. There's a There's 4 vintage, I guess, tubes of Da Vinci in here. Nothing fancy. This is Ansa Yellow Light, Burnt Sienna, Ultramarine Blue, and Yellow Ochre. But those big ass tubes. And I feel like there's something special about old paints, even if they're not special. This is Brown Matter, that discontinued pigment, so that one is quite nice. Oh yeah, this one is all corroded weird. Anyway, there's a I might need this. I will need gloves. So Crimson, Cadmium Red. There's like I said, I might have to do the Cutmans another time because it's gonna bother me incessantly that I don't have the whole lot of them like together. But there's quite a few of those. There's quite a few Grumbacher, old Pentel. Pentel, oddly enough, is the first paint set that I bought for myself when I was a kid, maybe early teenage years. And they had like metal tubes back then. This is a plastic tube, so that's got to be a bit more recent. I have I think I have 2 tubes of quinacridone red. And this one is PR209, and for the life of me, I was unable to remember if that's like, you know, that sort of cherry quinacridone color, or if it's another one. I couldn't remember what PR209 was. I have 2 French ultramarine. This one is a bit more recent, and you can see how the blueprint kind of looks more like phthalo blue than French ultramarine, but I know the feeling. I just found my newer MIA tubes post-move 2 days ago. And now oh no! No! Oh, outgrowing the storage system is not... that's always so annoying. But yeah, I like... You know, Radiohead has a song that's titled Everything in Its Right Place, and I've always felt like it perfectly describes my approach to storing things. I try to group things up together, and it's not always easy. And when I know that there's something that goes with, you know, another group, and I can't like bring them together, it just works at me. Just gonna grab everything. I'm gonna put the Cutmans back in when I'm done because, like I said, I can't do it. Cutman. PR209, Daniel Smith makes as Quin Coral, other brands do as Quin Red, leaning peachy. I think it's cherry quinacridone with Roman Schwal. There's quite a few tubes of a brand that's, I know is a brand from it's going to be difficult. It's a brand from it's a brand from France. And it's Le Franc et Bourgeois. But these are made in China, so they're probably nothing special. There's 2 tubes of gouache in here. There's a Daler-Rowney gouache and a Winsor & Newton. And that one was an old one from my own stash. What else? And I don't think there's anything left in this one, so... Okay, Cutman, you go back in here. Just so I can keep my sanity a little bit. Okay, so what I have else? I have a bunch of various things. Is there a particular one you would like me to start with? Isn't that the company that makes the... Oh, the Flashpoint. Is it? Is Flash made by Le Franc et Bourgeois? From what I gathered, I thought it was a like an art supplies chain of stores. I can't remember the name of the brand that does the flash vinyl paint. Let me grab gloves before I forget. My hands are so unbelievably broken. Like, I've never had it this bad. Like, it started cracking here. And I'm like, what? Don't. Why? It hurts. Okay. A bunch of gloves. Okay. So, yeah, so I can start with the. I'm gonna start. I thought I would go at them by brand. I don't know what you guys think. They do make Flash. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Is Flash any fun to paint with? Hold on. All right, so the groupings I have here, I have all the Grumbacher, Winsor Newton. This is a few Senneliers. This is some odds and ends. I have some Da Vinci. I have a couple of M. Graham, which, mind you, it's nothing special. So I have the Le Franc Bourgeois ones, and I have two gouache. Oui. Mademoiselle. I got 2 out of 3 of my tube opening devices. Why am I so disorganized? I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why it's so bad. But I have the Schminke Nutcracker and I have the gripper tool. And usually I have a kind of a rubber sheet thingy that you can use to open jars as well. And I keep one for the tubes and I have one in the kitchen. But I have no idea where the one that I keep here is at. Like I said, I try to keep things together, so it's extra mind-boggling when I have like 2 out of 3 things in one place. I'm like, where's the third one? What happened? Sake of that's the genuine Kunagold and that's the PY 153 new Gamboge that I have. Probably not gonna use them. Maybe I will sell them someday. Something like that. Need to just sit and okay. Darche? What do you mean? I'm looking for a thing. What else is new, right? Trying to think of the paper I want to use for these, and I think it's gotta be paper that I can move sheets around because I need to be able to keep going when something is drying. I put the paper that I'm looking for. I had it like this week. Oh, Grumbacher. You're too hard on yourself. Most people can find most things. Oh my gosh. If we are all like this, no wonder. Pickle pooped. So now I have the lovely smell of cat poo wafting through the place. Thank you so much, kitty. Alright. One more thing that I want. At least that one I know where it is. Okay. Forget I even have drawings that are things. So. I like the meme. ADHD, attention deficit, although is that a front. That's very accurate. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I'm back here. So, what's up with you guys? Okay. Is that somewhat on the screen? I'll try to find and post in the after party channel. Okay, cool. Okay, so first one I'm gonna try to swatch It is a Grumbacher Academy color, so these are student grade. They are no longer made. There's a whole story behind it. Like Grumbacher, I think, was originally a German company, and then when they wanted to get into the United States, there was already a brand called Grumbacher, and it was a big old thing. But these were sold by Chart Pack. They also make really stinky markers, and these paints used to be made in the US. This one is a interesting mix that I am missing one of the pigment code, but I'm pretty sure it's PY3. It has 4 pigments. It has PY3, PY65, PG7, and PBR7. Color is olive green hue. Let's try the, I don't think the, oh, okay, it fits. Oh, it works. Oh my gosh. That's lovely. Paint is still soft. This is a very, very old tube of paint. It's at least 10, 15 years old, if not more. Dinner done and eaten and back with the coffee. So far, so good. I also have all my things to flatten out tubes if we have a need for that. Oh my gosh, that cat is so stinky. As far as I understand, Grumbacher was established by Schminke. From what I understand, they were not sure about their future under Hitler, so they started to look at the US. Ooh! I mean, it would be understandable, but yeah, I don't know. That, I'm not even... The paint is still soft, so it re-wets really well. Seems to have like a mid-range sort of value at mass tone. Like it doesn't go like dark to an almost black level, but it's gotta be about 50%. Hey, Wallflower, hi. Hi, Potato Pirate, hello. My understanding is that Schminke saw the US as a production location to move to, not necessarily a market. Oh, interesting. Okay. Very mathematical, very well aligned. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move the camera a bit because I think it's too... Wait. Okay. 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 Sorry. That's better, right? Yeah, it's not very olive green-ish, but it is a really nice green. Okay, what's this other one? This is Permanent Green Light. What day is it today? What's this one made of? See, this one is from 1996. Made in the US. Does that have a year on this one? Oh, 2011, I think. Oh, they look exactly the same. This one is like, what, 15 years older? Hippopotamus Bosch, hi. Oh, this one is made from M. Grumbacher before they got bought by Chartpak, I guess. PY3 and PG36. And Permanent Green Light. No. I mean, between 2011 and 1996. That's 15 years, right? Your cat looks like the one my dog just tried to catch. Oh no, I hope your dog didn't catch a cat. Poor kitty. Oh, seems to be quite separated though. Tubes don't shake all that well. I'm gonna try anyway. Oh, okay. So far, the Nutcracker is working fairly well. This is a very bright green. Like, definitely a color you can't really use as is, right? Where would you use a color like that? It is so bright. So yeah, the Nutcracker so far works really well with the Grumbacher caps. I'm gonna just do a quick test, but my issue with the gripper, yeah, is that the way it is made, sometimes it's a bit difficult to grab the smaller tubes. So far, the Nutcracker kind of works better for that. That just sprinkled paint all. Quite separate. This one kind of looks like it has a bit of corrosion on the threads. I just bought the gripper recently and it's pretty bad. It is not bad. It is quite helpful for larger tubes like 15 ml, or if you do acrylic or oil, it's quite useful for that. But for smaller watercolor tubes, it's not ideal. Sometimes she catches the cat. As long as she doesn't hurt the cat, right? I think we're all just having a moment of silence for the age of the paint and us. Ah! Big old mess! Ugh. Oh, I hate when paints do that. Oh, how am I supposed to cope with this? What am I supposed to do? This looks like the stainiest color to have ever stained anything. Okay. More brain. Auntie Patience, hello. And yeah, I thought it was someone else new, but hi Auntie. As a member, I hope you don't mind the more open stream. It's always the stainiest colors that end up going everywhere, isn't it? I don't even know where this paint comes from. It is so stainy. It's gotta be like PG7 and PB15. You know it. Am I somewhat good? What? Hold on. You mean the Schminke gripper? No, the it's Golden. Golden makes this gripper tool. And the like the larger caps, it works really well. The gripper hurts my hand. It's not ideal, but trying to open a stuck tube without any kind of tool, that's gonna hurt your hands as well. That's why I decided to give the Nutcracker a try. Not too expensive, so I'm not too bothered that it's actually just a nutcracker. That's turquoise. It is stainy AF. You guys see it in the pan? Of course not. I'm glad. I'm glad. It's fun to have a lot of people, but also this time it was more of a skill issue on my end. I thought for sure I had set it up properly, but I had set it to public for some reason. That's a very strong color. I use pliers. The issue with pliers is that the like the grip on the pliers has a chance of messing up the little grip on the cap, and then it becomes even harder to open up tubes. Soak it in water to help unstick. Yeah, these I've all put them in hot water yesterday and cleaned up what I could see on the outside. But yeah, it is a very yellowish blue. Yeah, it's not very turquoisey, but it is very yellow or blue. Silicone gripper, yeah. The like a if you have a thick enough rubber band, that might help too. I have an art apron. Did I put it on? Nope. I like to live dangerously, I guess, or something. Okay, this one is sap green. This from is from yet another year. Oh, I haven't checked this one. This one is from 94. Huh. And this one is from 2000 by Sanford. So yet another company. A division of Newell Rubbermaid. Wow. Pigment? Where's the pigment? Jill! Hello! Golden, my main problem apart from it not fitting small tubes is that I thought it would help if you don't have good hand strength, but it's hard to squeeze. Yeah, that's fair. You need to design one for smaller tube and also perhaps one that has like a rubber bit inside so that you can really have a good grip. Do you have the Grumbacher Chrome Green Oxide? I don't think so. I have quite a odds and ends selection of Grumbacher paints. But where's the pigment info on this one? Contains soluble nickel, so that's part of the puzzle. It doesn't have any pigment info. Oh, that's useful. I try to be extremely careful about not leaving any paint residue on the cap when I put it on, but you can't. No, if the paint sort of explodes, you're kind of stuck with a mess. I have two art aprons. One is a cat bed, one is still in plastic. Newell Rubbermaid also owns Prismacolor. I mean, I remember Sanford when they did the Colorase pencils, which are the color pencils that you can somewhat erase. Oh, it's turning. So far, the one thing that I'm noticing about this brand is that they kind of look like the paint corrodes the metal of the tube. So perhaps I'm gonna have to transfer these to something. Unless that's mold or something weird, and that it's from me washing the tubes yesterday, but I've never seen that happen. Trojan is only the second worst thing I've trust. Not a big fan. I finally remembered it was Thursday while the stream was still going. It's nice to see you, Jill. That's fair. That's fair, Jinja. Even paint in the bed. Oh my gosh, no, I haven't never. I mostly use the bed for sleeping, to be honest. I don't see why I would use it for anything else, really. I don't like to just chill in bed. There's stuff to do. Oh, thank you so much, Hippopotamus Bosch. Grumbacker Sap Green. Oh, peel for the... Really? Okay, I'm listening. PY 150, so that would be the nickel warning on it, right? And, oh, that's gonna be a nice mix. Everything is transparent in here. I think that's gonna be pretty. What do you guys think? Do you see the potential? Do everything in bed, including eating soup. Oh my gosh. But watercolor is a bit too much for me. I will paint anywhere, including bed with watercolors, but not acrylic. Yeah. Unless you want to end up with a plasticky bed. That's an interesting mix. I ended up ordering secondhand the book I mentioned last week, which has pigment. Oh, from what brands? Okay, so that's the sap green. I have terre verte hue. So I have lamp black, terre verte. I think I'm gonna go with the terre verte to finish with the greens, and then I have these. This one, the Naples yellow. The tube looks really weird. I don't know if you can see, like it's all like bubbly. I'm really not looking forward to opening this one. I'll say that. Ambush hue, Van Dyke brown, uranium lake, and cadmium red light hue. Oh, did I checked the year for that one, and then the black, and then the earth. What's this one? PBR7 PG18. Okay. So Viridian. Yeah, that's Viridian, right? And brown iron oxide. Not sure what brands are in the book, but it has almost 300 pages, so I'm guessing a lot of... Oh, that's really cool. Did you share like an image of the book or something on the Discord, Paolo? How comfortable am I using X medium investigation? Well, that depends. How easy is it to from the cat? Oh, this tube is resisting so much. Okay. Okay. I'm opening it over the trash can. See that blob of gum arabic there? I think I'm gonna have to, especially this one. The cap is all cracked, but I might have to just get these into little jars or something. My ear is itchy, and I have paint gloves on, and sorry. I've not received. I'm really curious to see that book. It looks really cool. Your business. Yeah, I mean, you guys do whatever you want, but just one of those things. You know, like how some people enjoy baths and some people don't. I see it as a very similar situation. Okay, so this one I checked. It's PR7 and PG18. Green Earth Hue. Bathing a cat is a journey. You might not come back alive from that journey. Paintbrush. Yeah, but there might be paint on the brush handle too. Paint is a bit like chocolate. It gets everywhere. I mix these with just my people brush here. The paint is really thick, and there was some like arabic, gum arabic, like loose, making a big mud pile. It's quite nice. All things considered. I'm gonna put the brown, I think. But it's Van Dyke Brown. What year is this one? 94. Roombacker ink, made in the US. PBR7, so brown. Another brown, PBR7, again. I don't know why they listed it twice. Calcined natural iron oxide, calcined natural iron oxide containing manganese, nearly pure amorphous carbon. It's PBK6. It is quite gloopy, but that's what I expected from a green earth kind of color, to be honest. It doesn't look too gloopy when it's painted out, in my opinion. Aw, that's really nice, Wildflower. Trying to gauge the amount of pressure to exert to open it without destroying it. Oh, this one is busted. Check this out. How corroded or weird it is. Is that from me washing the tubes, you guys think? Do you think that's the water I used to wash these that made these, or they're just old? Or, I mean, could be both. Nearly pure. Yeah, nearly. I don't know how to wash this though. I'm gonna try. Paper towel. Dot. I dunked it in my second water ball, like the whole tip of it. If I can clean it. I don't have them near, but I have them somewhere. Does that does that work? Long-term corrosion? Okay, that's reassuring. I thought I was being clever by washing the tubes yesterday, but yeah, this one might need surgery. It is like malleable, but it is ooh. It's I don't think you can see, but it's like it's bubbling. It's gonna explode in my face, I know. I don't think it's water if it infiltrates. Oxygen and water. But that's just that's regular air here with the humidity and everything. Always have both. Oh, I can't do anything with this one. I'm gonna have to surgically free the paint. All right, I guess plan B. And black. 94 as well. And nearly pure amorphous carbon again. This one is so pristine that I did not even need the nutcracker. Like it's never been opened before. Tubes might be more likely to experience it if there is paint in the threads. Yeah, that's a very good point. Since a lot of these I had to clean, that could be like if there was paint. Oh, it's PBK6, right? The nearly pure it is funny, I agree. Like what a weird descriptive here. Why did they have to? They could have said just amorphous carbon, I think, and we would have been okay with it, right? I'm that kind of person who really cleans. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Paolo. You would make perhaps for a poor chemist if you weren't like that. I mean, this is a lovely black. It is super intense. It you know, it dilutes to a relatively neutral gray. Super strong. I'll dump a bunch of water on it just to see if it has some sort of granulation, something. Oh, that's not entirely too bad. I have 4. Ugh. Like I said, I'm really dreading opening this one. I feel like it's just gonna come apart, but we'll see. But technically, I have, with the one that I was not able to open, I have 5 left, so I'm gonna start a new sheet. But yeah, so that's the 4. It's an odd selection, but it is what it is, right? Where do I put this now? Be free! Okay. You. Every time you mention Nutcracker, I sing Dance of the Sugar. Well, it certainly is black. Yep. Pretty much. Alright, I'll go up the Gamboge. It's already open at the end. That's gonna be interesting. This one is another one of the 2000 tubes from Sanford. I think that one is PY65. Oh, it's a mix. PY65, PY138, and PO62. Why did I put... Yeah, okay. Ambush you. Okay. Okay. Have motion. $2000s, like the years. It was. It is from 2000. It is quite. I don't think I'll be able to press anything out, but I might be able to spruch that on the surface. I really need to put these in other containers because the tubes are getting old, the paint is getting dry. Like this is a bit contaminated, but it will have to do. I wouldn't pass it past some people to have. Yeah, seriously. You're stupid. I have many tubes, but I don't think I have anywhere near that number. So difficult to swatch because of the the state of the paint, but it is a promising color. Moving tubes to little jars, like doing... Yeah, that's what I call it, tube surgery. I have my tools for surgery, like scissors, an X-Acto blade. You always need to wear gloves too. And the only thing I'm sort of wondering right now is the tubes I will use to put all of these. Does anyone know PY 138? I think Roman Schmal has it. Isn't it like something like Vanadate yellow or something like that? The yellow is a bit weak on this swatch, but I'm hoping that with more paint, it might look a bit better. So this one is from 95. And it is... if anything, this range is really good to showcase that the number of pigment in a paint really doesn't matter. One is also for pigment. We have PY97, PY65, PR178, and PR188 for cadmium red light hue. How is that any cheaper than actual cadmium? That's a big question. It's a bit more difficult with gouache, to be honest, because the Winsor & Newton gouache dries crumbly. Ah! Mess! Paint everywhere. Ew! Big old mess. I don't want to pick up the paint that's from the threads, because if there is some corrosion there, I don't want that in. Ugh, there is corrosion there. It feels like sandpaper. Ugh. On the catwalk. Ew. Okay. Gosh, get on there. This is not fun. Sorry. Sensory overload. Ew. I don't like to screw the caps back on when there's a bit of corrosion, because it feels like there's sand with the threads. Ah! Paint everywhere! That was the loveliest voice and the juiciest parts. I don't know if that's a compliment, but I'll take it. It is such a useful sound effects, isn't it? Okay. I can do it. It really looks like the kind of red color that I really like. Like super vibrant, super strong in the mass tone, and then when you dilute it, it's a bit more warm than it is cool. It's usually my favorite types of red, if I have to pick one. It's not useful for all situations, but it is pretty. That's a beautiful red. I'll try the other red. This one is Geranium Lake. I remember buying these from Dessert. There's a big price sticker over the year. It was on sale for $1.75, but down from $3.50. So yeah, pigment, I think it's partially visible. Caroline de Sazo Naphthol Carbamide. So PR 149, PR 166, and PR 170. Geranium Lake. PR 149, PR 166, and PR 170. Yeah, like a vermilion hue. I like vermilion. The apron. Oh, Quinaftalone yellow. The lake pigments, I always think of cranberry bugs. Oh, that would be such a sight, though. I love that. Oh. Oh, it is quite well behaved, this one. Wow. Well, thank you. And I expect this one to be a bit more pinkish based on the name. But I don't know. It is nice. It is nice. It looks a bit intense on camera. It's not that intense in person, but... And then the one that I'm really not looking forward to opening... I might just skip it. Seriously, I'm tempted to skip it because it looks like it's gonna explode. And it is very solid. Yeah, I'm skipping this one. These will all go into a little zip bag. Oops! Right in the paint! I can't find it. Where's the paint? You saw it, like, right? It fell right smack in the paint. There's nothing on it. Where is it? Where did it go? Okay, I'm okay. Be free. A state of affair. The good. No visible mess. Maybe, but I thought for sure it had fallen in the paint, but I'll take it. All right. What next? I think the appeal of Explosion is watching it happen to someone else. There's no appeal in living it, I think, but it might be cathartic to see someone else deal with it. I don't know. I have one tube of the Winsor & Newton professional paints that I got with all the random batches of paint is genuine Aureolin, and I don't know what to think of it. I think I'm gonna try the Lucas paints. I'm curious to see these, if that's okay with you guys. This one is Lucas CV19, and it's purple. I feel like this one, the cap is big enough that the gripper tool might be a better fit. Looks quite good, to be honest. Schadenfreude. Yeah, it's sadly very relatable. That's a really peculiar hue for PV19, isn't it? Look at this. It is much more opaque than I would have expected. And muted. Like, there's definitely something odd going on here. Kind of a, what is Lucas not telling us with this one? It is nice. It reminds me a bit of the, like the violet gray colors from Holbein. They're discontinued now, but quite nice. Okay, I need... Oh no, Ginger. Okay, this one is older. It's still a Lucas. This is its Hooker's Green. En français, vert de Hooker. But this one doesn't have any pigment info. All it says is phthalocyanine and monoazo pigment. So... I predict all the Lucas paints will be semi-opaque and dull. I feel like I've tried Lucas paints in the past that weren't decent. Such a hefty tube. A big chunker. It is a nice deep green. I like it. I'm wondering if it's like phthalo blue and then the yellow. I don't know which one is mono azo, but that's quite nice. I have two here that are really peculiar. This one is from Dessert, which used to be the local art supply chain store, their home brand. It says made in France, and I wonder if this is Sennelier, because if you look at the cap, they're quite similar. Do I have a more similar cap? Yeah, they're similar. They're not the same. Well, maybe not. But there's something here, and they don't make these anymore. It's quite ancient. And then I have this one from PBO. It says Aquarelle Extra Fine Fragonard Artist Watercolor. It's orange, permanent orange, PY65 and PR9. It is much darker, and it doesn't look that opaque. It's just very dark. I like it. Maybe that's just me, but I like it. Which is great because I have a big ass tube of it. 24 ml. That's one thing you cannot like give them grief for, is that they're very generous with their tubes. Oh, it is quite dry. Do we need this squeezer? I have a new squeezer, guys. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe we could. Brain. One thing at a time. What's this one? The oh. Is it PR9? PY65 PR9. Okay. Oh. Chiro! Hello, baby! So we're all familiar with this squeeze-a-jig thinger, right? Recently acquired these two. The regular key for tubes. And the issue I have with this one is that... Oh, bye, a watercolorist. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great evening. But yeah, the issue with this thing is that for the small tubes, it's a bit difficult to maneuver. And I came across this thing, which was quite affordable, but it's also perhaps better suited for, if I can get it to work, for smaller tubes, because you can perhaps sort of... Maybe I should do the other way wrong. Is that supposed to use it? To grab it in here, like this, then to squish it, because that's a bit more controlled. With the other one, you have to manually like rotate the key to squish the tube, but that kind of makes the tube swing from one side to the other. And if you are trying to get paint out of a tube and there's paint at the end of the tube and the tube keeps going like blang, 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 you're gonna end up with a mess, right? Make sense? That's orange. think PR9 is not the most light fast of reds. But it makes for a nice orange, I gotta say. That's nice, that's serviceable. Seems to be fairly transparent. It has that glow from the PY65. I have to see after it dries, but that's not entirely too bad. Okay, let's try the dessert one. Dessert. Brain not working. Violet. I don't think this one has any pigment info. Mystery paint. Oh, it is stuck. Looks really dark. I wonder if it's a binder. It's a sort of oh, it looks like it's gonna be a dioxazine of some sort. Does ouch, ouch, ouch. My fuck. Apologies for the French. Ow. Using a hammer is not very effective. That's a good recipe to end up with a mess, though. Never tried, but there are pliers that are made of nylon. That's possible. That could work. The tube squeezer, like this one, will really corrugate your tube. This one seems to be a bit more gentle. But yeah, it really depends. Sometimes it's very difficult to get paint out with the more legit one. Does anyone know what's the name that Sennelier gives to its dioxazine violet color? And that's really violet. It is a bit stinky. It reminds me a bit of the smell of leather. Okay. Oh, they just call it dioxazine purple. Okay. I was wondering, like, if they call it like permanent violet, then that might be a clue in favor of this being repackaged Sennelier, but I don't know. Pourpre dioxazine. Ooh, that's not pretty. Dioxazine is not a very pleasant word. Carbazole is Daniel Smith. I'm gonna try the two gouaches, and then I think I'm gonna call it a day. My throat feels sore, which is not pleasant. I'm gonna have some water and some lozenges. Okay, so this is it is PB29. Oh, perhaps it will granulate. And PV1, so that's a violet, but probably not very light fast. For brilliant, right? I can't write. I don't know why, but I feel like Dark Design sounds better in English than it does in French. And that might just be because of my bias. Remember to like the video. Oh yeah. And if you've already liked the video, well, thank you. I expected it to be quite a transparent gouache because there's really no reason it should be opaque with this pigment lineup. Care. Don't care. Also, yeah, it's hard to see, but it picks up on the UV light. And the last, the other gouache is alizarin crimson hue from Lilaroni Aquafine Gouache opaque watercolor. It is PR 176 and PW6. I think the camera is making the colors much more bright than they are in person. Like the orange has shifted a lot while drying. This one is perhaps particularly bright because of the dye that's in the mix, or the optical brightener to make it brilliant violet and not just regular violet. This is my first time trying the gouache from Lilaroni. I've never had the opportunity before. It looks quite good in terms of texture and consistency out of the tube. I don't know why they put PW6 in there. I don't feel like it's gonna really help with the opacity all that much, but it's nice. I think that's lovely. Hey, Galgos, hello! Right, I need to take these off. Blech. It's like a sauna in there. Yuck. Okay. These are really interesting, I feel like. The green from Lucas is quite nice. This one is quite muted, which is surprising. Still drying these three, but the orange has lost a lot of its punchiness. And then the Grumbacher colors. This green hasn't shifted one bit. It's still just as bright as when I painted it. So that's fun. I like that. Even if it's a pretty unnatural color and I have zero idea what I would use it for, I like that it stayed that bright. The Green Earth has that shine from the binder, so I don't know if it's just like the way it came out of the tube. I'm probably gonna repan all of the Grumbacher colors because they're very old and gooky, like you saw, or the tubes are corroded. Or for the other paints, if the tubes are not messed up, I'm just gonna leave them in the tube. I don't have an issue with that. But for these Grumbacher colors, I don't know if I'll use it, but I will for sure not use it if it stays in the corroded tubes. How are you liking that paper? I'm still testing it out. So far, the only thing I'm noticing is that it seems to have the little white dots issue that you can also get on Arche paper, but not for all the colors, which is weird. I'm gonna be making more swatches on this paper just to see. But I liked it for my demo paintings. I thought it worked out okay. Arche paper is getting to be so expensive. I don't know what I'll do. This is not ash. This is a possible alternative, but if it doesn't pan out, I have no idea what kind of paper I'm gonna end up using. Yeah. So do you guys have a favorite color between all of these? I don't know if you can see all of them. I hope so. If I have to pick a favorite, I think the dark green from Lucas might be it. I also really like how obnoxious the brilliant violet gouache is. Oh no, poor baby. I hope it goes well, Galgos. I hope they take good care of him. Alright, so I think that's gonna be it for me today. It's a bit short, I apologize, but the burning orange, not surprised. Lucas Green, I'm with you there. High five. Not biased. The olive green. Oh yeah, that. Yep. There are some quite good colors. There are some duds, but there's some good ones too. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. I know this was a bit of a weird, poorly planned stream, and I apologize for that. But it was a lot of fun to have your company whilst watching these, and hopefully I'll be able to stream on Saturday. I'll keep you guys posted. Until then, have a great week. Take care. See you all in the next video or the next stream. And yep, bye bye.